Well, the debate over the Benghazi investigation is absolutely exploding today, with new revelations about changes to the message that the administration shared with America in the wake of those terror attacks that killed 4 Americans last fall. Now, you remember Steve Hayes broke this news on Sunday, but nobody paid attention to him because he's, with the Weekly Standard, right? So you have to wait until ABC News reports it for it to be real news. Not here. We reported it all week. But he got his hands on the original talking points and showed us all how they had been modified repeatedly at the behest of Victoria Nuland, the State Department spokeswoman, who was not satisfied with the references therein to Al-Qaeda and Islamic extremists and the warnings that the CIA had provided about how dangerous Benghazi had become. All scrubbed. Okay, so now ABC News reports on it and expands on it. In John Carl's defense, he did a good job. And so now it's news. And now people are getting a little nervous. You add to that the whistleblower testimony this week on Capitol Hill, those 3 State Department employees taking an oath to tell the truth on what happened during that night of terror on September 11th that left 4 Americans dead, and now they are coming under attack. Gregory Hicks, one of the main witnesses, may already be paying the price. He says he was reassigned after he questioned what Susan Rice told America on those Sunday talk shows to a low-level desk job. He did not believe what she told us. And now we know he had cause for his concerns, and now he's been demoted. Our own James Rosen presented the State Department, or pressed, I should say, the State Department ahead of Mr. Hicks' testimony, and listen to this exchange from Monday.
Are Greg Hicks and Mark Thompson credible people? Are they not long-standing career State Department employees? Are they credible?
Again, I'm not going to assess one individual or another. These are some folks who have said they're going to come out and tell a story to Congress. And our message, let me finish.
Do they still work here?
Our message is we've always encouraged State Department employees who want to share their personal story, whether to the ARB or Congress, to tell the truth, period. And so they have an opportunity to do that if that's what they choose to do.
Have they had distinguished careers here?
Again, I'm not in a place to assess their bios and their work experience, but these are people who work inside the State Department.
Who? Greg who? What? My next guest has been uncovering the extent of this campaign. Michelle Malkin's a columnist and a Fox News contributor. Who? The guy who was the number 2 guy for us in Libya? I can't comment on him. I can offer you no comment on his 30 years of service to the country.
Yeah, the dripping condescension of that State Department flack makes me want to throw up, especially after these 3, in particular Greg Hicks, gave such moving, detailed, and comprehensive testimony about what they knew, what they saw, and what this administration didn't do. And I have to echo your kudos for Stephen Hayes and James Rosen and the people who are not getting credit for being on this story, and certainly you, Megyn, for telling the truth. And now, finally, the dam has broken, and everybody is on the case of the Benghazi talking points etch-a-sketch.
That's right. And Jonathan Karl expanded on what Steve Hayes broke, but Steve Hayes broke this story last Sunday. And it was like, no, I didn't hear it. I don't know anything about the Weekly Standard. I mean, he had it. He had the changes in the talking points, the State Department interference, the White House role in saying, get it done, listen to the State Department. And all week long, we've been pretending that didn't exist. Not us.
That's right.
But the mainstream media, now ABC News has it. It's a story. And now there's going to be the blowback, because even on NBC News this morning, Lisa Myers, a reporter there, was saying she is now getting tons of calls from Democrats who want to weigh in on the whistleblowers, and in particular, Gregory Hicks, saying he wasn't demoted, and already the response to demean or push back on these whistleblowers is starting, Michelle.
Yeah, that's right. And this war on whistleblowers has been a hallmark of the Obama Bully Brigade. I warned about it on Wednesday morning before these hearings that the smear merchants were gearing up. And I'm a little bit surprised, but certainly pleased that someone like NBC's Lisa Myers is talking out of school and letting us know, in fact, that these Democrats are not only phoning around who knows who behind the scenes, but certainly even veteran journalists like herself. It's an indication of just how much damage was done by that testimony and by this hearing and by the continued digging by Darrell Issa and his committee.
And now an anonymous State Department official told James Rosen that Hicks and Thompson, two of the whistleblowers, have axes to grind.
Axes to grind.
Dana Milbank of the Washington Post called the sworn statements a, quote, yarn.
Yes.
They accused one of the lawyers for the whistleblowers of lying. And this is how it's going to go now, Michelle. They're going to try to attack the messengers. And
we certainly saw this passive-aggressive game that many of the Democrats on the House Oversight and Reform Committee were playing on Wednesday. Very notable. This whole, oh, we're your friends, and if any retribution or retaliation comes to you, of course we'll try and protect you. And then, of course, in the same breath, they turn around and essentially accuse these people of lying.
And we saw it with J. Christian Adams, new Black Panther case. They said it about him. They've gone after Cheryl Atkinson at CBS News, her bosses reportedly, according to Politico. And on it goes. Michelle, thank you for being here.